Okay, let me see those hands. Who wants to smell good at work? Who wants to smell good? Put those hands up. Okay, I see you over there. You? And you want to smell good too? You want to smell good? Okay, I got you. Okay, all right. Okay.
Bruh.
All right, guys, welcome back. Today we'll be talking about office-safe fragrances. So fragrances that you can wear to the office. Typically, those fragrances are, inoffensive, not so loud, but they're still very unique on their own. So these are some of the fragrances that I wear to work, and I'd like to share those with you today. I'll be showing you 5 fragrances that are office-safe and great for the work environment. Let's go. First up, from the house of Laboratorio Olfattivo, this is Vetyver. So this is a very intriguing and unique take on Vetyver. All right, upon initial spray with this one, it's quite fresh and spicy in the opening, some citrus notes there as well. And then as you move into the dry down, it becomes a bit more green and earthy, and it has a slight smokiness to it as well. But overall, this is a very easy wear. Now, with that said, some people, struggle a bit with the note of Vetyver. This isn't like such a dirty Vetyver or it is slightly earthy, but it's not overpowering by any means. Overall, this is a decent performer. I would say there's moderate projection and moderate sillage with this one, which is all you really want or need for the work environment, especially if you're going to be working in an office close to other coworkers. You don't want something that's beast mode and filling up the room. So this is a really solid pick for the office, in my opinion. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Vetyver by Laboratorio Olfattivo. Next up, from the house of Penhaligons, we have Sartorial. So Sartorial is probably my favorite fougere. I think this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance, and it is the perfect work scent in my opinion. It's very gentlemanly, it exudes class, elegance, and professionalism, and it's a really unique take on a fougere. So Penhaligons was trying to replicate the smells that you might smell if you're going to a tailor shop, freshly iron pressed shirts. It's very fresh, clean, and it's a solid performer. There's moderate projection and sillage with this one. And yeah, that's, again, like I said before, it's all you really need for work. And, with this one too, there are some metallic notes in here. And there's also a bit of honey, which gives it some added sweetness. And yeah, just overall, this is just a perfect 10 out of 10 and a great one for the work environment. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Sartorial by Penhaligons. Next up, from my favorite designer house, Hermès, we have H24 Eau de Parfum. So this is a very green, creamy, earthy, and mossy fragrance. It's very pleasant, easy to wear, and just smells very fresh and clean. It has a bit more presence and depth than the Eau de Toilette. The metallic note is still there, but it's just kind of been rounded. It's not so sharp. Performance is quite good with this one. Again, it's moderate projection, moderate sillage, but out of all the fragrances on the list today, this one garners the most compliments. This one gets compliments every time I wear it. I don't know why. People just really like this one. I love it as well. So yeah, if you can, get yourself a sample of H24 Eau de Parfum by Hermès. Next up, from the house of Xerjoff, we have Neo. So this fragrance is awesome. And out of all the Xerjoff fragrances, I would have to say this is at the top for me. This one and Naxos, both of those fragrances are just amazing. In terms of fragrances that work best in the office environment, Neo's probably the better choice for that. This is very luxurious green Irish Spring soap. It smells very clean, and it's an absolute neroli bomb. So if you really enjoy the note of neroli, you're going to enjoy this. Overall, it just comes off very fresh and clean. So in the top, you get some bergamot, some green notes, and neroli. In the mid, you get some cardamom, pink pepper, jasmine, and nutmeg. And in the base, you get some vetiver, patchouli, amber, and some cedar. Overall, yeah, this is such a fresh and clean smelling fragrance that is non-offensive. Again, with this one, it's a moderate sillage and projection. You know, some people might consider this like a very simple fragrance, but it's not. There's a lot more depth here. Even though it smells very fresh, green, and clean, it's such an opulent scent. One of my favorite freshies for sure. So if you can, get yourself a sample of Neo by Xerjoff. And last up on the list, from the house of 8 & Bob, we have the Original. So this is a woody aromatic fragrance. It has a kind of fougere-like vibes to it. So it kind of pushes in that direction. One cool thing about 8 & Bob and this fragrance in particular was, now I don't know how true this is, but they talked about how John F. Kennedy, JFK, used to really like this fragrance or wear this fragrance. I don't know how true the story is, but that's what they're saying. So when you buy this fragrance, not the 30 mil, but when you buy the 100 mil, you get a really cool box that comes with it. So it kind of looks like a book, and the book opens and then you can pull out the fragrance. But it has the story and the background of this fragrance. You know, it's an interesting read through. Not sure how true it is. It might be 100% true. But overall, yeah, this is another good, really fresh smelling fragrance with a bit of woodiness. Overall, this is a very fresh scent. There's some vanilla in the base that just kind of marries very well with the freshness here to give it a bit of sweetness. And yeah, this is a very easy wear. It's not offensive. And again, just like the others on the list, it's, you know, a moderate projection, moderate sillage, but it does last for a good amount of time. So I can spray this 3 or 4 times in the morning, go to work, come back, and I can still, you know, catch whiffs. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites, and it's one of the perfect work scents in my opinion. One thing about 8 & Bob too, you know, what I really like about them too is they have the 30 ml bottles. I don't need 100 mils. Like, I have so many fragrances in my collection, there's no way I would ever go through 100 mils. So 30 ml is the perfect size for me. So anytime I have the option to buy a 30 ml bottle or something around that size, I'm gonna do that. I'm always gonna opt for the smaller size. But yeah, you can see I've put just a small dent in this bottle so far, but I've had this fragrance for quite a while. Perfect office scent in my opinion. It works great casually, or you can even wear it dressed up for other events. It's not just strictly for work. Of course, you can wear any of these scents anytime you like, whenever you like. For the purpose of this video, these fragrances work really well in the office, and from my experience, they're just all-stars for the office. So if you can, get yourself a sample of the Original by 8 & Bob. So that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's content, and let me know down in the comment section what fragrances you wear to work, or if you have any of these fragrances that I showed you on the list today, and if you wear them to work, and what are your experiences with them. I'd love to hear about it. So I hope you guys are staying healthy and well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.